Nate Solder, Buena Vista, Colorado. The combine will set me up to make a statement as a person and as an athlete. Me working hard, that's something that they can't control, and that's something that I can control, and that's what I focus on. The things that they want in a person, the things they want in a player, are encapsulated by Nate Solder. I think character is always important. Character is what makes who we are. I've always been a team guy. I'm proud of my teammates. I'm proud of all the work that we've put in. And I'm proud of where I come from. I am proud, but I'm never satisfied. My greatest strength is my ability to move, my ability to get in people's way and move them. The best thing about athletics is having that pressure on you and performing under that pressure. That's why we all do it. That's why anyone at a high level likes to compete. You have to learn to have an instinct for things that are hard to achieve, and I think that's why I'm going for it. There's so much more that I see on the horizon for me as an athlete. I'm going to have a long career, have some Pro Bowls under my belt, I'm going to have some Super Bowls under my belt, and those are all goals.
Solder is a converted tight end that was a 3-year starter at Colorado. Solder needed time to fill out his frame. He's long-armed, quick-footed, and is very athletic. He's shown improvement in pass protection, but he's still relatively raw in the run game, where his size could be an issue. He plays too upright and really lacks the ideal base to handle NFL power.
Standing over 6 feet 8 inches tall and almost 320 pounds, Solder is one of the biggest players in the draft, and the former tight end knows how to carry his weight, too. Solder outran all offensive tackles in the 20-yard shuttle at the scouting combine and has outstanding body control, which allows him to move quickly and fluidly to the second level. Despite his size, Solder lacks the strength he'll need on an NFL line. He doesn't play with substance, he's not strong-handed, and struggles to push defenders off the line. Solder is unselfish and very coachable. His outstanding character gives him tremendous upside.
Nate Solder, the athletic tackle out of Colorado. Solder is 6'8", but still ran a 4.940, very athletic, a converted tight end. There are concerns about his footwork, and he did not have a strong Senior Bowl, but he is a big potential guy as well and a great athlete.
Coming here in one position, small town Colorado, and now you're Big 12 Offensive Lineman of the Year, about to go to the draft. And those 4 years.
Well, I guess I have a few weeks here just to do a little reflection. And yeah, it's been a wild ride. When Coach Hawk was fired, I thought about that a lot too, how much we'd been through and how much he'd helped me and how much the staff has changed my life and everything. And yeah, it's just been such a transition. It's definitely put my life in a different direction than I thought it'd be, and I'm really loving it right now. So.
Last few weeks, you've seen a lot of former buffs maybe around the program more than they had been, more visible. Do you envision that being you, a guy who wants you to be here though, you still bleed, blocking goals?
Oh yeah.
Around, helping out, sounding board, whatever it might be.
Yeah. I didn't win a whole lot of games with the teams here, but I think the crap that I've been through, man, I love this place. It's just, it's unbelievable. I mean it, man. Yeah, this is a place that's touched me and will always be in my heart, definitely. And I hope to come to as many games as I can. And I've already been talking to some of the guys that I played with that we're going to make sure we come back together and, be together because they're relationships I'd like to keep. So.
Anyone talk to you about donating $2 million like Sid to Nebraska?
Yeah. No one's come out of it yet. But I did when I got. Yeah, maybe. I did get a funny email though, right when after I graduated, like, as alumni, would you like to donate? I'm like, I'm still here. Yeah, no money. Yeah.
Hey, Nate, what was the low point here for you?
The low point? The low point is the negativity. When you're working so hard, you're doing everything that you can, and people are just telling you you're just not good enough. And that comes from media, that comes from fans, that comes from your coaches, that comes from everyone, and that's just, I think that's the low point. When you're doing everything that you can, it's just not good enough. So.
What did you think of this final year in Boulder?
Oh man, well, I will miss it. It was a tough year. We just expected so much more to come from this season, and we were so close in a lot of ways. That's hard to swallow a little bit, but there's so many tough lessons that you learn from losing sometimes. So I think there's going to be great things for the future of the Buffs, and I think there's going to be great things for the future for me. So I'm excited.
Nice. Now here on the verge of the NFL, in Mobile at the Senior Bowl, started with the weigh-in. Is that kind of unusual? Be standing in your underwear while a bunch of guys write down how much you weigh and how tall you are?
That doesn't sound unusual to me. Yeah, no. I mean, there's a crowd of over 200 people there probably, and you stand up there on stage in your skivvies, like, that is an odd thing. a cattle call.
Yeah, well, done with the cattle call and then on to practice. You're out there, showing some strength in one-on-ones in the pit. Always the best thing to watch at these All-Star games. What did you think of your first day of practice?
I would like to do better. It was up and down. There's some good things and there's some bad things. So, I want to improve tomorrow and have a better showing.
How is it at these All-Star games where you haven't worked with your teammates? It's kind of a new setting for everyone.
Yeah.
Is that something that takes some getting used to?
Yeah, it takes some getting used to it. Yeah, I'm always going to be hard on myself, but there's some good guys here, and it's fun to play against and play with them. So
now, not only can you set up well because of the athleticism, being a former tight end, you've got really good feet, can pass protect, but in run blocking, I want you to talk about your aggression because I've always said I want my offensive lineman to be nasty. You got a little nasty in you.
Well, it's a switch I turn, when it's time to run, you got to get after it. You got to hit heads and grunt. That's what I always say.
Final question for you, Nate. Why do you love the game of football?
I think it's the camaraderie. The camaraderie with the guys. It's the best team sport in the world. That and the competition. There's the one-on-one battles within the game. It's just awesome. So.